Hey my loves, it's me, it's Pretty, and welcome to my channel, The Pretty Effect, where we talk about all things pretty as well as self-improvement. I'm Pretty, and today I kind of just want to have a sit down and talk, because I keep saying this whole self-improvement thing in my little intro thing. I have not been doing very many self-improvement videos, so let's do this. So if that's something you're interested in, please stay tuned. Grab something to drink, grab some skincare, and let's get started. Now, before we get started, ladies and gents, don't forget to like and subscribe as well, and hitting that notification button so you can be notified every time I release new content like this. So yes, I look crusty and dusty, child, but this is the end of the night, wrapping up my day. I'm about to fix my hair, fix my skin before I go lay it down, as well as drink my green juice. It's sat for a little bit. This celery juice, by the way, get on it. If you be bloating in your face, your gut, all that kind of stuff, and you need to release some excess water as well as detox, celery juice, you need it. You're welcome. Thank me later. Yes, let's get into it. So the topic I wanted to talk to you guys today about is the fear of being perceived. I didn't mean to target anybody. If you feel seen, I'm sorry. But yes, you. I seen you. Yep. And me too, girl. Trust me, you're not the only one. I'm one of those people as well, and I really wanted to get on here and talk about it because I feel like it's not talked about enough, because it's like the fear of being seen is keeping people from talking about it. The fear of being listened to, the fear of someone knowing what you're going through is stopping a lot of people from talking about it. But this is a topic I seen on TikTok, so I just wanted to talk to you guys about it. I myself went through this, and I'm currently going through this, and I'm fighting through this struggle as well, so why not talk about it, guys? So if you don't know, sorry, I just had to go get my little wipey thingies, because I don't know if y'all go through this, but when y'all do y'all makeup, I don't know, but I go through this quite a bit. Let me move my little mirror over here, where the makeup just don't all the way come off. So even when I wash my face in the shower and do my little skincare in the shower, makeup still be like here, just from the eyelash glue, mascara, blah blah blah, eyeliner, whatever. So yeah, I'm going in with my Garnier Sensitive Active Molecule Cleansing Water. That's my jam, y'all. Sorry if I sound stuffy. One of these hoochies got me sick. When I say hoochies, I mean friends. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. No shade, no tea. But yeah. So the fear of being perceived, it's when you don't want people to acknowledge your existence from fear of them perceiving you in a certain light, whether good, bad, or indifferent. You just are afraid of the idea or the act of someone perceiving you. And when I tell y'all how this resonated in my soul, when I really got into the meat and potatoes of this, like, child, I ain't never feel more seen than that moment right there, when I'm like, yes, that's me. But why? And I feel like as a black woman, this cannot be a more resignatable, is that a word? Resignatable topic for a lot of black women. And I don't know for other people, but for me personally, I feel like it's resonatable because as being a dark-skinned woman, and I don't even know if I'm technically dark-skinned, but I perceive myself as a dark-skinned person, because people be like, girl, you're not that dark-skinned. But in my mind, dark-skinned, hello. But so as a dark-skinned woman, not dark-skinned, but I don't know, medium skin, I don't want to, I don't want the internet coming for me. As a dark-skinned woman, just visually being perceived comes with a lot. Like, just because not all of our features are perceived as being beautiful or being great to have for us, for other races, you got big lips, exotical. You got big eyes, exotical. You got a big nose, exotical. But when the black people who these features are more commonly associated with having these features have them, it's like, ugh, ooh, you know. So as a black woman, just that alone, like, we're not even gonna talk about being a woman alone. Yeah, we are. Let me stop. And even with just being a woman, that fear of being perceived, because beauty is such a thing, that fear of being perceived is so real. Like, I try not to go so hard on my eyes, but it is what it is. Like, just because I don't want to create more wrinkles and lines on my eyes, but whew, child, this eye makeup be acting like it don't want to come off. But anyways, that just like being a woman in general, and then not to say a woman of color, like even just being a woman is like Jesus. Like, it's so hard just because like beauty is at the forefront of what it is to be like a woman for society. Like, we're supposed to be elegant, we're supposed to be feminine, we're supposed to be just this graceful, beautiful, tantalizing creatures. And let's be real, that's not how it is all the time to be a woman. Those things are literally great about being a woman, but that's just not the reality of what it is all the time for us. And then when we're just outside living and we are not living within that imagery of what it is to be a woman, it's almost anxiety inducing. Like, someone's gonna be watching me shoveling food into my face, or being not fashionable, my hair not done, my eyelashes not done, my makeup not done, things like that. And I get it, some guys really love those things, but also there is attention that is to be had for the women who do go that extra mile and do display the perfect image of femininity. So let's just keep it a bean. But backtrack into what it is for me as a black woman to have this fear of being perceived. So let's go on to the next step. What we got? What I got? Put on a real toner, because we done removed everything, hopefully, with a toner. And y'all, toners never have to be expensive. Your skincare really doesn't have to be expensive. So please, y'all, don't think that. Like, please stop. For my pockets and yours. Boop. Elf hyaluronic toner, because I'm honestly feeling kind of dry right now. I'm not gonna hold y'all. So then we're gonna go in with our little pad, and we're gonna use the soft side because I was using the rough side to try to get the excess makeup off my eyes. Okay, so yeah, let's get right back into the topic. So with me, I love makeup, I love beauty, I love cutesy things, and I just feel like growing up and living life, being a black girl, dark-skinned girl, like, it was almost like it felt like you weren't allowed to feel dainty or feel really cutesy or feminine just because you were perceived as either being tougher, problematic, argumentative. And it just makes you want to just kind of hide, just because when someone does perceive you, they already assume things in their head about you that may or may not necessarily be true. So I feel like growing up, this is a lot of the times where my fear of perception came from, especially when dealing with people outside of my family. Dealing with fear of being perceived within the family can even be a more intense experience for some black women. So yeah, I don't want to touch too much basis on that, but you know, we all know that fear of being perceived, especially when you get into adulthood and you start to develop feminine attributes as far as being more curvy, developing a butt or breast or hips. In a black family, it can get nasty. So yeah, like, not to go too much into depth on that, but y'all know how that go. So, but the fear of being perceived from my peers, just because there's already so many pre-assumptions made towards being a black woman, like they're argumentative, oh, they have attitudes, or oh, they're, you know, rougher or tougher, whatever the case may be. It almost made me change who I was to when that first conversation happens between me and another person, they would make another assumption. So I say that to say this because an interesting topic came up on TikTok where a young lady, and if I can, I will either post a link to the video or put a little clip it somewhere
Your
in
personality might not even be your real personality. It is what you created as a response to trauma so that you could get by in life because you're afraid of being seen. Let's talk about it. Okay, part of how we adapt is behaviorally, meaning that as babies and as children, we had our own natural little personality. And as we went through life doing and saying the things that we naturally and authentically wanted to do and say, we observed people's reactions to those things. Now, because our brains are wired to keep us safe and to make adaptations and adjustments to keep us safe, what happens is that when people give you a negative reaction to how you naturally are, you adjust. And the way you adjust is by dimming that thing, or no longer doing it, or no longer saying it. Or you find a way to present it that is more acceptable to the people around you. I'll give you a couple examples. Let's say you're a naturally loud person. You have a very vibrant personality, right? But as a kid, you were told you were too loud, or you talk too much, or you get on people's nerves. What will eventually happen, because you feel the negativity of that response, is you will eventually become quieter. You will eventually become less outgoing, less outspoken. Now you think that you're shy. You're not shy. You're just responding to the trauma that you experienced as a child of being rejected for your buoyant self, right? There are so many people who, let's say, after puberty, their bodies developed, they became curvy, they had an amazing body, it caught a lot of attention. People probably told you, don't wear clothes that are so tight, you're gonna attract attention from boys, you're trying to be fast. You know what happens to those people? They modify themselves so that they don't show off their bodies, so that they don't get those negative responses. So now you think that you're conservative. You're not. You just don't want people to look at you and make judgments and assessments based on your body type. I could go on and on and on. All of this is rooted in the fear of being seen and being perceived for who you really are.
Your personality is not even really your personality. It's a personality you've made based on certain reactions you've got out of your whole entire life to make people comfortable. And I was like, the room literally shook for me, because I'm like, oh my God, like I'm not who I think I am. And if I wasn't already mentally, effed from the fear of perception, but absolutely, because I find myself either speaking more high pitched when I'm talking to certain people, or when I meet people that are not black, people not of color, I change, or my articulation, I code switch. As a black person, that's what we have. I code switch based on my audience, and that is from the fear of being perceived in a negative way. So when I tell y'all, that was eating me up, straight eating me up. I was like, Lord Jesus, child, help me. Can't believe it. But now this translates to other things, not just your peers, but just life, like just living life, accomplishing goals, going for certain jobs, speaking to certain people, dating certain people. That fear of being perceived will hinder you in so many ways. And I just thought it would be important just to talk about this within the black community, just because I know this affects my girls. I know, and it eats me up for us. So for me personally, when I wanted to start my YouTube, what was eating me up the most was the fear of being perceived. That was eating me up the most, and I didn't know what it was until I heard it out loud. And honestly, it was just people seeing me in a way where I didn't feel like I looked my best, or felt my best, or explained myself accurately enough, or who might take offense to what I'm saying or what I'm doing, or and honestly, I quite literally thought that couldn't be what it is, because the job I literally have is an entertainer. I have had whatever is an entertainer, like literally dancing in front of people, lots and lots of people. So I'm like, I can't have a fear of being perceived, but yes, I absolutely do. And it's insane for me to even say out loud sometimes, because it's like, you're a dancer, how could you even still have that fear? And it's just like, because in that world, it's more so based on your look. There's so many different looks. I know I'm like baseline attractive or whatever, so I never worried about that. I know there's things you can do to enhance your beauty, so I never truly worried about that. But yeah, Now, when we're talking about life, where I'm on camera and I'm talking to people, that fear sets in so heavily. And I even have that fear, honestly, in my job still. Like, in that world of dancing, I still have that fear. And I didn't notice it until recently. So, and I think I make good money, but the fact that I have the fear of being perceived, and what people may or may not be thinking, or rejections I've had, it stopped me from making even more money, if that made sense. Because I'm like, oh, I may not be this person's type, so I'm not going to go speak to them. I'm not going to go ask them how they're doing, or, you know, ask them if they want to dance, or whatever the case may be, because they might not even like my type. All meanwhile, they're feeling like I think I'm too good, or whatever, because they may perceive me as being super beautiful, or whatever the case may be. Woo, child, y'all. I done nicely got my hair together, because first off, we going to bed, and when I get up in the morning, I need it to be decent. So, and I have enough recording time on here. So yeah, got my hair together off camera, and now we about to get back into it, child. Yes, honey. And guys, for my serum that I used the, what is this called? This brand. I'm gonna put, oh, Beauty of Joseon, Beauty of Joseon. I don't know how you pronounce it, but Beauty of Joseon. And this is the Revive Serum, ginseng and snail mucus. Yeah, I be buying this off Amazon, but guess where you can also get it? If you have a Marshalls, yeah, go check in the Marshalls in the beauty section where they be having it on sale, because I've seen a lot of these. I'll actually post a video in here of me in the store, or a picture or whatever, me in the store, and all the stuff they have. Like, stuff they have. Like, I was so shocked and appalled. Won't be buying it off Amazon if I can get it there. So yes, back into what we're speaking about. So for me, my fear of being perceived, which I've realized, when I realize it is affecting me, is when I started doing YouTube. And I just had this fear, I don't know why, of not being perfect on camera. And it even happens still, like till this day still, I still struggle with this, because for some reason, as soon as I turn on my camera, I get anxious. It's just me and a dog in the house, and I'm getting anxious. I don't know why. I don't get it. It's just me and these walls and a dog, and maybe my neighbor. They could probably hear me because I be talking a little loud. And I get nervous. I get anxious, and I'm even stuttering sometimes, or I'm not saying complete thoughts, which is like crazy, because my mind is going so fast because I'm so nervous. And I would just be so, I just have to stop, slow down, and just be like, but yes. So, and honestly, I found that this fear that I have is really just me not being comfortable with myself, and fear of judgment. And I don't know when or how or why this has developed. Actually, I do know why. Society and life and prejudgments of people, or whatever the case may be. But it's affected me. It's affected my desires and me being able to accomplish certain desires or doing certain things. It's hindered my ability to go through with certain things because of that fear, and it's just no way to live. So honestly, this whole 2024, I've been recording a lot more. And if you have subscribed to my channel, you know, like, I went from posting probably like nothing to posting so much more. Not consistently, don't judge me, but a lot more than what I was usually posting. And what came with that is being extremely uncomfortable, which brings me to, how do we get rid of this? How do we stop this? How do we change this? And for me, it's mainly been doing what's uncomfortable. So if I feel like my hair's not done, or I don't like something in my home or about me, and that's why I'm not recording, I'll literally record anyway. I literally will just force myself to be uncomfortable. And I know this is the La Roche-Posay Ultra Soothing Repair Moisturizer. Yeah. Ciao. And this stuff is really good. You can use it as a moisturizer or eye cream. And I really, really enjoy this. Do, 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 do. I can't remember if I put the moisturizer on and then the retinol, or the retinol then the moisturizer. Anyway, ciao. Moisturizer. So, yeah, it literally has been to the point where I purposely will do things that make me super uncomfortable, as far as recording when I don't feel my best, or think I look my best, or whatever the case may be, or even in my personal life, I'll say the thing and not explain. Because a lot of times I over explain and I over speak because I have a fear of someone perceiving what I'm saying incorrectly or not in the way in which I was thinking about it. So I'll over explain, I'll overextend myself just to try to appease and appeal to the person I'm speaking to, and have them not have a bad thought or bad idea of me. And sometimes, girl, you just gotta be comfortable with them thinking bad, because sometimes whatever you say, even if it ain't rude or mean, people perceive it however they perceive it, and you just got to be okay with it. And I'm really realizing that that's okay. Like, literally, I have a sibling who, no matter what I say or do, it gets perceived as she thinks she's better, or, oh, you're so smart, you're so smart. I actually am, sir. I actually am. I like information. I'm a Gemini. This is my jam. Learning is my jam. So just doing things like that is like super helpful for you to literally feel comfortable with the perception that is happening when you are being perceived. Like, being uncomfortable is going to be your friend when you're battling the demon of fear of perception. Like, just being uncomfortable, sitting in that uncomfortability has helped me so much. Like, literally, it gets to the point where people meet me and they'll be like, oh, so what do you like doing, or what do you do? And then I want to be like, hey, like, I'm into the gym, I'm into makeup, I'm into self-care, I'm into all those things. But, and then it comes down to, oh, I do YouTube. I will literally, people will know me for months and months and months and not know that I do YouTube unless they follow me on Instagram and literally click my links tab and then find out, like, oh, she has a YouTube. They won't know, because I won't tell you, because I'm scared of them going and perceiving me on my channel. So yes, it literally is a demon that I'm still fighting, and I'm just happy that somebody said it, because it actually gave me to go ahead and talk about this, because I didn't even have words to put to what this was until I seen this TikTok, and I was just like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. And I know there's a lot of other things that attribute to me having this fear of perception, but for the most part, this is how it has affected me, and then my channel and me as a person. And I just wanted to get on here and talk about it, because, girl, I don't want you to feel how I feel, even though I'm not saying how I feel is like horrible, but it's not good, because we have goals we want to reach, we have things we want to do, and if we have this blockade of the fear of being perception stopping us from posting that Instagram post, posting that YouTube video, posting that hairstyle, posting that look based on what we think others think of us, nothing will get done. We won't reach the goals, we won't do what we need to do, and what's the point of all that? Like, what's the point? What's the point of living if you're not going to go for your goals? What's the point of existing if you're not going to reach those goals and do the things you want to do and you set out to do? So, yes, I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys about it, because literally, like, and as the days goes on, I get more and more comfortable with being perceived. Like, I get more and more comfortable in my videos, more and more comfortable speaking on camera, and I love that, and I want that for you, and I want that for me. And not even just when it comes to YouTube, just in life, speaking to people, engaging with others, because Honestly, you're amazing. You're that girl. Sensational, phenomenal, beautiful. You deserve all the flowers, all the love, and your ideas are great. You're beautiful. You're smart. Your ideas matter. Your opinions matter. And that knowledge you got to give, girl, we need it. We need it. That perspective, we need it. So I just wanted to get on here and speak about my experience with fear perception, and I hope I inspire you to break out of that jail. That mental prison is a horrible one, and I don't think anyone should be in it. So yes, my loves, we are wrapping it up. I have done my skincare. Ooh, look at that. Ooh, so pretty for bed. Yes, my loves. Oh, don't forget to like and subscribe, as well as hitting that notification button so you could be notified every time I put out content like this. This was cutesy. This is fun. And I need to start doing more girl to girl sit downs like this because I like this. I'm having a vulnerable moment because I didn't think I would speak about something like this on here. But I'm happy I did, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. But until then, my loves, take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Good night / bye.